So do you believe heart failure means that the heart has stopped completely, or it has stopped working, or even that only old people can get heart failure? These are just one of the many myths about heart failure that we're going to debunk today. Today, we're setting the record straight, especially for Nigerians who often live with these misconceptions. So what's the first myth that we're going to go through? Number one, heart failure means the heart has stopped working. Now, many people think heart failure means the heart has completely stopped. That is not true at all. The heart failure simply means that the heart is weak and not pumping blood as well as it should. The heart still works, but it struggles to keep up with the body's needs. So imagine it like a water pump that's not as strong as before. It still works, though, but not as effectively. That's what happens with heart failure. So let's move on to the second myth. So the second myth here says only old people get heart failure. So it's easy to think heart failure is a problem only for grandparents or only for people older than a certain age. But this isn't always the case. Young people can develop heart failure too, especially if they have unchecked and untreated blood pressure, diabetes, or a history of heavy drinking. In Nigeria, some cases are even caused by infections like rheumatic fever or complications from pregnancy. No matter the age, keep an eye out on your heart health. That is very, very important. Number three, heart failure is the same as heart attack. Now, heart failure and heart attack are not the same. A heart attack happens suddenly when blood flow to the heart is blocked, while heart failure develops over time. However, a severe heart attack can damage the heart and lead to heart failure later. Think of it in this way. A heart attack is like a fire breaking out suddenly, while a heart failure is a slow leak that weakens the structure over time. Moving on to the next myth that we have on here. Once you have heart failure, it is the end. This is usually typical of Nigerians to believe that a diagnosis of heart failure is a death sentence. This is false. While heart failure is a serious condition, medications can manage it. It can be managed with the right treatment and lifestyle changes. Medications, regular checkups, and a healthy diet can help people with heart failure live long and active lives. In Nigeria, where we often rely on traditional remedies, it is crucial to follow your doctor's advice and not replace proven treatments with herbal mixtures. Number five, if you don't have chest pain, your heart is fine. Now, this is especially dangerous because a lot of people feel like all heart problems come with chest pain. That is not true. For heart failure, you might not even notice chest pain as a symptom. You will notice things like shortness of breath, your legs being swollen, constant tiredness, or even a persistent cough. These signs might seem unrelated, but could point to a weak heart. Number six, heart failure only happens to wealthy people. So there's a common belief in Nigeria that heart failure only affects the rich because of their excess lifestyle. The truth is, heart failure does not care about your social status or your bank account. Poor diet, untreated high blood pressure, and stress can affect anyone, no matter your social status. So when it comes to setting the record straight, heart failure is a real challenge, but knowing the facts help us fight it better. Here are some simple steps that will help protect your heart. First off, you need to check your blood pressure regularly and control it if it's high. Eat more fruits and vegetables and reduce salt intake as well as the consumption of oily foods. Exercise regularly, even if it's just a brisk walk every day. If you feel unusual symptoms like tiredness or swelling, see a doctor early. Your heart is your engine and it deserves your attention. So, by separating the myths from the facts, you are taking a powerful step to protect it. Remember, when it comes to your health, knowledge is wealth. Let's unmask the truth about heart failure and keep our hearts strong and healthy. Thank you very much for coming to this episode of Circle Direct Podcast. And I hope you've been well informed about the topic today. If you have any questions or anything that you want us to know, please leave them in the comment section below. I'll be sure to get to them at the appropriate time or as soon as possible. Thank you very much for everything and for listening. I'll see you next time. My name remains Dr. Tiwa, and bye.